A warm welcome to AD4TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's federal capital. I am Merciful Ajinomo. The Monetary Policy Committee of the Central Bank of Nigeria on Friday increased the cash reserves ratio from 22.5% to 27.5%. The cash reserve ratio is the share of a bank's total deposit that is mandated by the CBN to be maintained with the latter in the form of liquid cash. The move, according to the CBN, is part of measures aimed at driving down inflation, which had in the last 4 months remained high. Figures from the National Bureau of Statistics show that inflation rate had risen to about 11.98% in December, which is the highest in recent times. The governor of the CBN, Godwin Emefiele, while addressing journalists shortly after the committee's meeting, said the move was aimed at mopping up excess liquidity from the banking system, which has become a threat to inflation. He said 9 members of the committee voted to alter the CRR from 22.5% to 27.5%. The Federal Ministry of Health, Nigeria, has urged major stakeholders in the health sector to ensure the implementation of the national health policy in the prescription and dispensation of high-quality medicine. The Nigerian Health Minister, Osage Ehanire, stated these at a one-day sensitization and dissemination workshop on the National Treatment Guidelines initiated by the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Partnership for Advocacy in Child and Family Health in Abuja. According to the minister, the essential medicine list, which was compiled in accordance to the World Health Organizational standards, outlines the medicines which are considered to be most effective, safe, available, affordable and accessible to meet the most important needs for the majority of the population. The Federal University of Petroleum Resources, Delta State, South Nigeria, has terminated the appointment of a lecturer and demoted 4 other staff for sexual harassment, insubordination and other offences. Pro-Chancellor and Chairman, Governing Council of the University, Professor Abdullahi Shehu Zuru, stated that a professor accused of insubordination and plot to undermine the peace of the campus was demoted and banned from holding office in the institution for 10 years. He also said another lecturer was dismissed from the services of the university over cash for grade and sexual harassment, while 2 others were demoted for their inability to properly supervise students. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development of Nigeria has condemned the poor execution of project by its contractor. The accusation was made by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Abdul Kadri Muazu, during an interactive meeting with stakeholders held in Abuja, Nigeria's capital. He tasked contractors to stick to their contract agreement in order to add value and provide quality execution of projects. The Archbishop of the Catholic Archdiocese of Abuja, Nigeria's capital, His Grace Reverend Ignatius Kaigama, has urged Nigerians to cultivate the culture of dialogue to foster peaceful coexistence. Kaigama made a call at the 3rd General Assembly and Peace Conference with the theme Interreligious Dialogue, Strengthening the Culture of Peace, Reconciliation and Justice in Abuja. Vice President of Nigeria, Yemi Osinbajo, who was represented by the Aso Villa chaplain, Pastor Sheyi Amalomo, noted that one of the fundamentals that strengthens peace in a heterogeneous society is the unique attribute to forgive a wrong and forgive quickly.
Many of us have been engaging one another at different levels to see how we, as religious leaders, can complement government efforts in the search for lasting peace and harmony among our citizens, leveraging on the great respect, trust, and reverence accorded us by our followers and citizens generally. Thus, we should not get tired of engaging one another through dialogue because it is the way to go.
There's a Yoruba proverb, an adage that says, if you don't want water to touch you, you don't go near the river. And His Excellency would like us to know that the river in this case is Nigeria. We are not just beside the river, we are inside the river. And as such, the water will touch us. And this water is like offenses. We will be offended. We'll have instances when we step on each other's toes. But then we must be like children, easy to forgive, quick to forgive, and coexist.
You're watching AD4TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's federal capital. Up next, EU steps up support for Nigerian conflict victims with 26.5 million euros. We're going to short break now, most of when we return. Do stay.
AD4TV Radio, with focus on education with emphasis on research and innovation, science and technology, women and girl child education, children, health, youth and sports, socio-political and economic reforms, security, environment, entrepreneurship, and entertainment. We'll give you information at your fingertips. Learn on the go. Follow AD4TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. AD4TV Radio, reliable and credible.
We love you, AD4TV Radio.
You're welcome back. Following the Boko Haram insurgency in northeast Nigeria, the European Commissioner for Crisis Management, Janez Lenarčič, announced on Friday an emergency aid package of 26.5 million euros, equivalent to $29 million for 2020. Lenarčič said the stated amount is just an initial amount meant to address the needs of those affected by insurgency. He said the funds will be channeled through the European Union partners, namely the United Nations, UNICEF, and non-governmental organizations, since they provide the European Union assistance directly to those in need of it.
Funding allocated by the European Union to the Northeast for 2020, yes, it's about $29 million US, but that is only the initial allocation. That usually changes. Why? We try to address the needs as they are identified. We have an elaborate methodology of assessing the needs together with our partner, notably with the United Nations, and on that basis we adopt decisions on allocation of the funding. Second point, we provide European Union humanitarian assistance through our partners, be it United Nations, various agencies like World Food Programme, like UNICEF and the like, and through non-governmental organizations, particularly international non-governmental organizations. They are the ones that implement the programs in the field. They're the ones that directly provide our assistance to those who need it. Additional aspect, which is important and I underlined in my discussions here, is the need to ensure security and safety of humanitarian workers.
The British government this Friday rebuked the United States for refusing to extradite a diplomat's wife charged over a car crash that killed a British teenager, calling it a denial of justice. The case of Anna Sakolas has been a thorn in London's close relations with Washington, stirring up debates over the limits of diplomatic immunity in cases unrelated to national security. Briton Harry Dunn died in August when his motorcycle collided with a car driving on the wrong side of the road near an airbase in Northamptonshire, central England, which is used by the US military as a communications hub. Sakulas, who has admitted to being the driver, was charged by British police with causing death by dangerous driving. However, she has cited immunity while refusing to return to Britain to face justice, as Dunn's parents have demanded. The Ivory Coast government has ordered the demolition of houses it says lie too close to the airport near the commercial capital, Abidjan. The houses, which are occupied by tens of thousands of people, the government says are illegal structures which pose safety risks. According to residents of the area, they are targeted because they are poor. In response to the new coronavirus outbreak that has killed 26 people and infected at least 830 people, China has placed restrictions on 10 cities in Hubei province. Also, Beijing's and Shanghai's government has urged residents returning and people coming into the cities to stay at home for 14 days to prevent the spread of the deadly virus. According to the state media and Beijing government, some sections of China's Great Wall near Beijing will be closed to visitors from Saturday to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. On a lighter mood, we are in the 4th week of 2020. Most of us made New Year resolutions on the first day of this year. How many of us have kept to them? Do you actually remember your resolution? If you want to share with us, please join the conversation on our social media platforms showing on your screen. That's it, an AD4 TV radio news update coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's federal capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.ad4tvradio.com. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube page at AD4TV Radio. Many thanks for watching. I am Merciful Ajinomo.